Matt Eberflus is doubling down. He'd do the same thing again if the Bears ever get back in this position. And he'd probably do it against the Packers. Alex Brown, Lance Briggs, Herb Howard, we're here. It's Monday. We're talking about it. This is the CHGO Bears Podcast on a 4-6 Monday after the Bears have lost their 11th straight to the Green Bay Packers. This one, I'm not going to say it's the most painful because there's been ones that have meant more than this one. But 20-19 is a disgusting feeling on this Monday. Matt Eberflus meeting the media today saying he'd do the same thing. A lot of different opinions on that. We'll get into that and a ton more. Alex Brown, Lance Briggs, Herb Howard. Herb shaking his head. Herb, you haven't spoken yet on this, so I can't wait to get your thoughts. But, I just thought it was interesting last night as we get into it. If you were watching the Chargers and the Bengals, all right,
yeah,
and you're George McCaskey. George has got a good memory, right? George remembers when this guy, number 4, Jim Harbaugh, was playing quarterback for the Bears back in the day. George probably knows that Jim Harbaugh seemingly always wanted to be the head coach here. And then late in the game, Chargers in field position, 6-3 guy, 6-3 team, playing well in the first year. You know what? Let's run it one more time. Let's give it to J.K. Dobbins on that sweet turf in the perfect kicking conditions, and they run it into the end zone for a touchdown. And there's Harbaugh celebrating, and the Chargers are winning, and then he's got to look over and one day later, his head coach is saying he'd do the same thing, which I'm not putting it all on that, but that is some bad optics right now for the Bears, who, by the way, did not want to meet with Jim Harbaugh and talk to him. I'll stop talking right now. AB, one day later, I see you just ruminating right now.
Not really. I mean, I'm still upset. Still upset about the loss. I think once again, as much as we continue to go through this season, we see 18. The opportunity presents itself. He puts us in position to win a football game, and we don't get the job done. Like, everybody has to do their job. That is, I'm not going to sit up here and talk about. Well, I am. I'll talk a little bit about it. But the coach, what the decisions he made, or Cairo not making a kick, the damn offensive lineman got a block. He has to do his job so other people can do their job. He makes that field goal. If we just block, like, we can't look over the pass. It was blocked. It wasn't like he missed it. It was blocked. Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's no. If you do more, you try to do more. I'm thinking about situations, and it just go back to last year. I'm watching Miami, University of Miami play Georgia Tech, and all they got to do is take a knee, and they don't. Yeah. They don't take a knee. They run the ball one more time. The guy fumbles. Georgia Tech scores on the next play and wins the game, right? So much can happen. You're well within the guy's range. Kick the damn field goal. You're good.
Yeah, well, my opinion is a little different than Alex's.
Well, I mean, shocking.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Shocking. Right, right. This is, but what happens is you have another week where it seems like the opponent knows more about our team than we know about ourselves. Mm. Okay, this has happened with Dan Quinn and the Commanders, and again, this happened with the Packers players and the Bears coaching staff, where the Packers players were asked, they said, hey, listen, we've done our studying on him. We realize he has a low trajectory when he kicks the ball. We thought they were going to run the ball one more time and get a few more yards to get closer to give him a better shot at a field goal. That bothers me because they knew it. We should know it too. So if we have an opportunity to get the ball a little bit closer, even if we don't do it, now you at least go up to the media and say, listen, our kicker has a lower kick trajectory. We were trying to get it as close as possible. It didn't work.
Right.
We can live with that. We can live with that as your media, and the question is, well, heck, it didn't work. We got it. And then we'll get on the block and we'll get on all that stuff. But at least we understand why you did it. Instead of saying each week, I'd do it again if I had a chance. I'd do it again if I had a chance. I get tired of that. You know what I mean? I get tired of that because, you're standing on something that, to me, you don't have to stand on. You need to – we want some accountability, and we want you to say, hey, I probably could have made a better decision.
Well, I love you just used the word accountability because he was saying that he was going to do that. That's on me. He could have gotten up there today and said, hey, look, in my tenure with the Chicago Bears, I am 5-17 in one-score games. That is by far the worst of any coach in the NFL. And I have to look at that, period. End of story.
I think he's taking notes from Dan Campbell. He's like, man, if Dan Campbell stands on it, I'm going to stand on it too. You're not Dan Campbell. You're not. This is not the Detroit Lions. It's different over there. All right. He made a decision that cost them a trip to the Super Bowl. But in doing so, he knew. Listen, we'll be back. We will be back next year.
They have better players.
Correct.
They have better players. When they go to kick a field goal, they know that Cairo Santos, he's been here for a while. They understand the trajectory of his kicks. They understand that. It is. Now, I think when you go and watch that play, you look at how the refs were very lenient to allow the defensive line to hit that snapper, to hit the long snapper.
Yeah. Don't bring it down to the left.
Don't bring it down to the left. Well, let's bring it down to the offensive lineman.
Don't bring it down. Again,
that's not coaching.
I'm fine. Listen, but I'm better with that than a misfire from the coaching to put the players in position.
You don't think they put them in position to win that game?
No, like I said, if I were the coach, I would have ran the ball again. If you were the coach, who knows? Maybe you would have kicked. Maybe you agree with him that you would have just kicked it there too. I don't know.
46?
46.
Cairo can hit 46 yards.
Okay, but again, what I asked, I said, if you were in the same position, you would do the same thing.
Unless you believe you're going to get 6 yards, because I think it changes.
If you say you can get 1 yard.
But then it doesn't change as far as him making 40 yards and under. He's 100%.
You're not answering the
40
question.
40 yards and under, he's 100%. If it's at 46 and you're only going to get 4 yards, why take the chance? Because it's still the same. He's 74% or 76. Why take the chance?
You're a positive thinker, so you're thinking when you run the ball, you're going to get at least a couple yards, right?
But my point is,
would you do it or would you not do it if you were the coach?
My point is, a couple yards doesn't change it.
Herb, get in here.
To me, AB is just there's a greater chance that you can pop a run for 6 yards than it is this thing's gonna go around. We're gonna false start, somebody gonna get a holding penalty, we're gonna fumble the ball and turn it over. Like that type of thinking is what you can see evident on the sideline. I think it starts to permeate through your team at some point, and then you end up with 4, 5, 6 historical losses in 2 seasons. Like a lot of things gotta go wrong for these types of losses to happen, right? So I'm with you on that. We don't gotta blame it on just the decision. We can add in the blocking, we can add in the officials, we can add in everything. It's a part of it because a lot of things go into losing a game the way the Bears have lost games 100%. Going back to last year when when Broncos came here week 4, right?
Yep.
And all those games since. A lot of things got to go wrong. We can talk about Tyreek and we can talk about not calling the timeout. We can talk about the play before the helmet. You got to do a lot of shit wrong to lose these games the way the Bears have lost these games. And to me, y'all not trying to win the game. Y'all trying not to lose. The Washington Redskins hadn't scored a touchdown the entire game. Now they get the ball 80 yards away with no timeouts, and you scared they're going to score a touchdown? No, we playing defense. I'm not backing up and letting you, why am I doing that? Why am I scared all of a sudden when I've dominated this offense the entire game? Now I'm scared. What am I scared for? I get down here 3rd and 20 with a rookie quarterback. Man, bail us out. 17, then a beautiful back shoulder fade. Now we back in position to win the game. Why am I scared now?
What are you not that you're scared. You're just you said it. Like this team has jumped off sides so many times. We talked about it last week.
So you go on one.
How undisciplined they are.
Definitely a factor, but you go on one.
And if they do jump off side, now we got to get 11 yards. Like it's like, God dang, like now it's a 51 yarder instead of that 46, and now you're like, damn, I should have took the 46.
But hold on to that point too. He's 6 of 7 from 50 plus, so he can make it. listen,
It's not like a 63-yarder.
I still haven't heard.
Like
I still haven't heard the answer from AB.
well,
what answer do you?
Would you go for it, or would you have gone? Would you have run the ball, or would you have kicked it from right there?
I'm kicking the ball from right there every time.
All right, that's fair. Then it all makes sense.
But okay, but let me ask you this: I'm gonna put you guys back in the locker room. I tweeted it, but he said that they were worried. Matt Eberflus asked about it today. Again, said we were worried about a false start. We were worried about turning over. We were worried about a tip ball.
Stop worrying. Win the damn game.
He's not the Dan Campbell comparison. He's going for it on fourth down. A little crazy, but that's what he does. Like, that is believing in his guys. He's not believing in
He did believe in his guys. When Caleb Williams, during that game, on a fourth down, Caleb was telling them, hey, let's go for it. He believed in his guys, and they went for it. They got it. It's the only reason we're pissed off right now is because it didn't work. That's it.
Well, no,
if he makes that kick, nobody says anything.
It's the reason why he's saying it. Okay, there's a why.
I wouldn't have shared that. I wouldn't have shared all the. I was worried about this.
I'm worried about that.
I wouldn't have shared all that.
You should be worried about your doggone coaching.
Like, some of the stuff is hindsight.
Coaching
like, we all know Monday morning quarterback and all that. Some of it is hindsight. Bro, I swear to God, in the middle of the situation, I'm like, get up and run the ball. What are y'all doing? Like, get up and run the ball again, because you might pop one like the Chargers did last night and score, or you might just get 5 or 10 and you know it's a good kick because now he can kick it up as high as he need to kick it up, right? We ain't got to worry about his trajectory. We know that Cairo is accurate, but he don't have the strongest leg in the league, right? He's got his limitations. So cool, let's make this as easy as possible, man. And all I'm saying is, let's try one more round. Man.
You got a timeout. You got 30. Well,
30
that play
seconds.
ended about 30 seconds left. 36 secones. All right, fine. You could have run another play.
Let's go, AB.
You don't get one of these. He get one of these.
Hold on. So just let's underline that. It took you 12 minutes to realize, like, you know what? I'm probably wrong. You should have run another play. This dude slept on it, came back out the next day. And that is a problem. It just is. In the moment, like, I get it. You're excited. You're this, you're that. We're going to try to win the game.
But you know this guy. In these moments,
it's bad luck.
He does it a lot. Like, not this particular decision, but when you do stuff that causes your team to lose games,
you're going to continue to do it.
Craziest ways. Like, we've lost a lot of games, and it's absolutely coaching. While we lost the game. I don't believe this is the play. Okay, sure, he could have run it again to get a couple more yards, maybe pop it. It just didn't. Everything just worked perfectly for us to just punch him in the face right now because of the Chargers and what the Chargers did tonight. Later on that night, everything just kind of worked.
We played. But you know what, AB? We played with Dave Tobe. All right.
Yep.
And this is a fine detail that Dave Tobe would have covered. Dave Tobe would have said, "Listen, Robbie, from this distance, when he kicks it low, coach. There's an opportunity. Like, if we can get closer, let's get closer. But that's having a competent special teams coach that's in your ear that's like, hey, listen, coach, for this situation, it's like, let's see if we can get him a little closer. All right? But in particular for that.
The offensive lineman, like, why are we talking about the guy that didn't make the block?
That too,
because you get closer, and he jumps up, you can still get the ball over. Just like Herb was saying, you can he'll kick it higher. From a distance, you got to kick it with power, so it's going to come lower to get it up. Upright.
To the point here, though, AB.
You don't like kickers.
Matt LaFleur, Packers head coach, after the game yesterday, which this did make, I think, most Bears fans just nauseous. Rich Bisaccia, their special team coach, said to our team Saturday night, I will not understand if we come out of this game without a block, whether it's a field goal or PAT. Like, they were strategizing. To Lance's point, they knew the Bears better than the Bears knew the Bears.
How? They just know that they can get pressure by pushing the offensive line back. That's what they know.
I've been with Dave Tobe, and he said we're going to block one this week.
Have you ever blocked a field goal?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. My rookie year.
We gotta go to
preseason and preseason against Denver.
I want to hear that.
Somebody looked that up during the break.
Please,
yes, preseason, rookie year, Denver at Illinois.
Preseason.
Give 55 his credit. Hey, before we hear more about that story, first, Shout out to our friends at Verilife. Are you looking for the perfect way to elevate your day at Verilife Dispensary? They've got everything you need. They got the premium cannabis products and the expert advice to point you in the right direction. Whether you're new to cannabis or you're a connoisseur, they're knowledgeable bud tenders. They're here to help. They've got 8 convenient locations across Illinois. Discovering your perfect experience has never been easier. Check them out. And Verify proudly offers a price match guarantee, ensuring you get the best value by matching local competitors' prices or eligible products. Don't miss out on their latest deals and exclusive offers only at Verilife Cannabis stores and online at verilife.com. You want to mention the code CHGO25 if you go in store, and you get 25% off one of their regular priced items. Restrictions do apply. Shout out to our friends at Verilife, and shout out to our friends at Miller Lite. Lots changed over the years. Hogue did a great job with this yesterday. Like the Bears, just we'll play the Mark Trestman, Matt Nagy, Matt Eberflus combo coming up here. One thing that hasn't changed, though, that's the great taste of Miller Lite.
I'm here for a little midday Miller, for sure.
Herb's having a little taste right now. It is, great taste, less filling. Let's go. The debate's been going on since 1975. We love our friends at Miller Lite. Had a ton of fun with everybody out at the tailgate yesterday drinking delicious Miller Lite. You don't have to choose what's best. Miller Lite has the great taste and is less filling. Tastes like Miller time. To get that Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/CHGO football. Or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly, of course. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer. All right, you know what? As we ask Matt Eberflus to look at ways he can be better, we're going to look at ways that we can be better. And one way that we've been neglecting the show is we've waited too long to get into the professor's grades. And so, I mean, we got to hit them right here, Lance. We got to get
we're great.
Definitely my favorite.
The professor is back. Woo! The professor is back. I wouldn't put no B+. There's no way. That is the lowest grade I've given this year. That's awesome. Okay.
Look at him. He's ready.
Listen, I can tell you one thing. It won't be anything too high this week. Guaranteed. Let's start with the offense. Offensively, I gave them a C+, which is a higher grade than they've had in a long time. They did do some things, put up 19 points. That's more points than they've put up
last 3 weeks.
In a long time, in a month. So there were some positives. And I think this was a kind of a glimmer of hope, for a lot of Bear fans. So with that being said, C+, I think is because obviously 19 points isn't enough to beat the Packers when they beat us by 1 point.
So are we just boiling it down on the grade just to the number of points or anything specific that you like to get into, Professor?
It's we had 391 total yards of offense. So we were productive on the ground. We were productive in the air. Caleb made some clutch throws. We had some clutch catches. Swifties, I know your boy Roshan. Roshan had 33 yards on 10 carries, which is awesome. And Swifties had a 40-yard dart.
Braxton got in the front of that
Braxton
thing.
Yes, he did.
Block.
Absolutely. Saw Keenan Allen blocking down the field in the interior. So to me, it looked like the Bears, they really cared about this. Saw guys fighting.
Thomas Brown first game.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Thomas Brown.
He did a good job.
He did.
I thought he did a good job. It looked like a formidable offense that we're at a starting point, right?
Yep.
So now this needs to be the floor.
Yep.
And we need to continue to get better from here offensively.
I want to remind.
I like a C. C+.
We're going to talk about that coming up here, but keep going. Keep going, Professor.
Let's move on to defense. Defense. Had to give the defense I give them a D+.
D+? Okay.
Give them a D+. Obviously, they gave up too many yards. Packers had over 300 yards. I think they had about 361 yards. They struggled again against the run, and that's an issue. That's a gap issue. Guys getting there filling with pride. And 20 points clearly is too many points in this league. Not in this league, for this organization. So I thought a D+ was fitting, but they also made some plays. There were some things that happened that allowed the Bears to have a chance at the very end. Fellas, the floor is open.
So D plus,
D and a plus.
Yeah, they didn't hit any of the goals, the weekly goals. No.
Turnovers,
That's
points,
not
rushing
right.
yards.
Too many points, too many yards, too many passing yards. Like
I got
enough takeaways.
Yep.
I got a trivia question for you. Who hit Jordan Love yesterday?
Only two people.
Only two people.
We're talking about behind the line of scrimmage, right?
Yeah.
Only two people.
Only two people.
Okay.
Zach Pickens, who didn't have a great day,
And DeMarcus Walker?
Jervon Dexter Sr. Those are your two dudes. DeMarcus Walker got credit for sacks. So
On the sideline, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he chased him down. Okay.
So
at the end of the year, they don't say how you got them.
right.
I'm taking that.
Fair enough. My point is this: that ain't good enough.
At all?
No. In that game, early on in that game, and I tweeted about it. Like, you have to win one-on-ones. I'll always preach that.
Yep.
And in this game right here, they felt like their offensive line could block. They'll double the nose, and then they go one-on-one. You got 3 one-on-ones.
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful. And on with Montez Sweat out there, what they would do, they just chip him and let that guy get into a route.
Yeah.
So a chip block and then Sweat, they feel like their guy's good enough with a chip. Just give him a little chip,
help.
and then he get his hands on him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he might get a little pressure, but he'll still be able to deliver the football. The other two one-on-ones over there, they were non-existent. It's like, what in the hell is going on? We got to be able to beat one-on-ones, and we're just not good enough to do it right now. I think the guys are trying. I don't think it's a lack of effort. I don't think it's I think it's lack of talent. Like, we just don't have guys that can beat the one-on-ones against good teams.
Montez is suiting up, so I don't want to give him no excuse. You suiting up, you out there.
Suiting up.
But I do think he's been banged up all year. I don't think he just has that extra burst, that extra little bit that makes him better than whatever old lineman he's in front of. I haven't seen that this year. And I feel like Jervon, although he started very fast, a little bit of regression towards the middle of the season. Not seeing those splash plays. Not saying he's doing nothing wrong, but earlier he was making those splash plays, getting those sacks, getting those TFLs. Not really seeing that the past few weeks from him.
I mean, Dex,
you running out of gas.
Dex is a good player, man. Dex a good player.
I like Dex a lot.
No.
And I know you're not just saying that because he's a Gator.
No. This one going with it. He was playing out of his mind.
Oh, you think he? Okay,
he was way out there. Like, he's coming. I think he's where he's.
So I was hopeful that he was developing into that guy.
A 15 sack guy.
I mean,
I'm just saying
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. But
the level that he was
9
on,
sack guy.
Yeah.
He'll end up with 9 sacks.
Well, let's see it.
That'd be nice.
Well, let's see
Yeah,
it.
he'll end up.
That'd be
with
nice.
But like where he was playing, that's a little high. He was on a roll. That's when you're feeling good. Like, I used to have those days. I used to have those days where I'm playing like, whoa, like, all right, I got a couple weeks in me, like, damn, I'm playing at a Briggs level.
But the flat,
I know that kid that ain't gonna survive.
You can't sustain that, huh?
That's unsustainable.
But you can see he was just jumping off the tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
true.
even if he wasn't finishing, he's chasing guys down to the side.
He's chasing right.
He's blowing
The
up
effort.
one-on-ones, or he's blowing up double teams and creating that initial penetration that might lead to somebody else's sack.
See, that's the key right there. Like, when you surprise people, when you come into the season, you surprise people. Hey, they looking at you.
You got to maintain that.
Now they looking at you.
You got to maintain that.
We got to pay attention to him.
Oh, yeah.
Now people start paying attention to you now.
That's what they be saying on Instagram about dating. They say, don't give me used to energy you can't sustain. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me used to energy you can't sustain now.
Exactly.
Yep.
Don't do that thing the first date and then we don't see that thing no more. Like,
Correct.
All right, fellas.
No, it was good. I was just I went down its own rabbit hole in my corner here of like how many sacks the Bears have had. Bottom line, and they have 25. They're right in the middle. Look, and we're in the middle of the grades. We can do this a million times over. But like, is the Bears defensive line good or no?
We got to get better.
Right. Is the Bears offensive line good?
Nope.
No.
So, and everybody's pointing at the head coach right now, and that's fair, and you can talk about it. But the fact of the matter is that
We don't win in the trenches.
the team does not have enough talent on either side of
win in the trenches.
in the trenches.
I want to throw this in before we change the defense. I'm sorry.
That's not the coach's fault either.
Like, first of all, I like Elijah Hicks. I've liked him since he's been there. I think he's a good depth piece. You're missing something when Jaquan Brisker's not on the field. And it's not that Eli's doing something wrong per se. But you talk about feeling, you talking about running that alley, Jaquan don't care about nothing.
Right.
Clearly we saw that, and that's why we ain't seen him since.
That's why we haven't seen him.
But you talking about filling that alley and run, like he got something different, and he's showing, and he's 215, 220 when he get there.
There's
like
an attitude, man. There's an attitude missing on that in that secondary right now.
Yeah.
There's an attitude. Like,
I agree with you on the Brisker thing. However, it was obvious that we were headed exactly to where we're at right now with Jaquan Brisker when he started getting the concussions. Like, there's no way he's going to be able to be a productive NFL player for a long time because it's a huge issue.
I asked him that his rookie year. I'm like, bro, do you even give any thought to playing a different kind of way? Because I'm worried about you long term. He's like, Herb, I don't know how to play no other way.
I don't know how you go into
He probably wouldn't be here if he played a different way. So.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, hey, listen, this is your role. You're gonna make it to the league. And you gotta play this way.
This is the way you.
But you ain't gonna play for 4 or 5 years.
Bob
That's
Sanders.
what it is.
Right.
It's Bob. Yes,
That's it.
Bob Sanders.
Like, that's how he plays.
Right.
He's not here. He doesn't go to Penn State. He's not drafted.
Yeah.
He's not that player if he doesn't play this way.
That's facts.
Even though it's gonna be short lived.
Right, exactly. It's
just what it is.
So when going forward,
He's Mike Brown. He's a big Mike Brown. No, honestly, his body can't take what he wants it to do, and his mind is like,
I can do this.
We're doing
it now.
Oh, yeah.
We doing it. Yeah.
Love to play next to a guy like that, boy.
You do.
Look at
man.
Look at you. You're on the edge, too. Look at you, and you're smiling.
All right, what we got? Special teams.
Special teams. All right, fellas. F+.
All right.
Oh.
I dare you. I dare you to challenge me.
No, it's 0.
For obvious reasons. And when, for lack of a better phrase, you had one job. You had one job. All right. And it was an opportunity, and listen, the football doesn't come down to one play. It's not, one play doesn't decide it. There were a lot of plays that happened. But at the end of this game, I'm thinking 10-1. And we're changing things and we start the new streak.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
No, wait a minute. You say that, and I kind of disagree with that.
Yeah, you can disagree.
No. This part right here, where you say it doesn't come down to one. All these plays led to this play.
Yes. So
it came down to this play.
No.
Absolutely
one play doesn't decide the game.
No, that
so
play
what I'm saying is
the game.
No, because listen, there were drives where during the game. So one thing that you always point out is you say, oh, man, at the end of these games or in these critical situations, 18 will drive us down and give us a chance.
Yes.
Well, there are other plays that happen that 18 needs to drive the team down and score so we don't have to be in a position that we need to kick a field goal at the end of the game.
Well, true. But all the plays in that game led to that situation, that play. Whatever happened, however it played out, it led to this. And now this play, either we win or we lose. That is the definition of what you're talking about. The defense gave up a 60-yard bomb. All right.
Our best player.
Right. He trips and he falls, whatever. But it still happens.
They scored a touchdown.
All right. They scored a touchdown. Defense gets off the field. They get off the field on that drive. You're still too far away. You have to have a touchdown. You have to score a touchdown in order to win the game. It's not a
no. I totally get what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is, right. No one play decided the game. All right, that play might have that negative kick may have not have gone in and we lost the game. But there were plays that happened before that led up to that, and had those plays have changed, then we wouldn't have come down to the kick.
That is the point right there. Yes, exactly. It wouldn't have came down to that. If we don't give up a touchdown, no, it doesn't come down to Cairo. It's a different outcome. But all those plays that happened came down to Cairo and the special teams doing what they're supposed to do when they're called upon, and they weren't able to come through. So that particular play cost the game. Could have been either one way or the other.
So I know when we get to coaching, we're going to have a lot to say about it. Everybody going to want to say a whole lot of things about it. So let's hit this ad break first.
Yes.
Because we're going to spend a lot of time on that coaching piece.
Yes. Look at my guy, Herb. That's
got your back, bro.
That is like associate head coach, driver, whatever you want to call it.
I got your back, bro.
And
I would have been in your ear, like, run the ball one more time and help Cairo.
Well, and I
he probably should be the interim, because if the head coach can't make that decision right there, we probably should make it the head coach.
I'm gonna make you smile with the point that I'm gonna make on special teams before we move off to coaching after this. But you're gonna like this little nugget that I'm cooking up for you. But
he ain't say nothing about that damn 4th round pick that we had. He ain't say nothing about him. He didn't bring that F plus up.
It was a good defensive end for us.
The plus was the 53-yard kick. Yeah. That was the plus.
Shout out to our friends at Chevy. What's up, Ray Scarpelli? We appreciate you guys too and all your support. It is the Black Friday sales event. It's going on all month long at Ray Chevrolet. You can score door-buster deals on your next vehicle without the door-busting stress. You can head in to shop the huge selection of new Chevy models, the special Black Friday prices. Right now, you're going to take $3,250 to up to $13,000 off MSRP on most new Chevy models of that suite. Or, of course, you can shop over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. And if you've heard of Ray Chevy, Ray Chevrolet, you've heard of Ray's Price Promise. Their guarantee to make your next vehicle more affordable than ever. No price changing, no add-ins, no hidden fees ever. Shop the Black Friday sales event all month long by visiting our friends at Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake or raychevrolet.com. They've been serving the community since, that'd be 1963. Together, let's drive. And also do want to tell you about our friends over at CHSN, Chicago Sports Network, the new home of the Blackhawks, Bulls, and White Sox games. CHSN is broadcasting over 300 live games per year across the Blackhawks, the Bulls, and the White Sox. They'll feature a full lineup of original Chicago-focused sports content. They're also Chicago-based, Chicago-built, Chicago to the core, and they're bringing it to every corner of Chicago across 77 neighborhoods and beyond. At CHSN, Chicago comes first. Visit chsn.com for more info on how to watch the Bulls, Hawks, and Sox games all season long. All right, before we get to the coaching, we all just agreed that the Bears need more talent on the roster, right? This is not a shot, by the way, at anybody, even though it's going to come off as a shot at somebody. But I don't know. Torrey Taylor yesterday had 2 punts, 41.5 average. The net was 33.5. There was another guy yesterday.
We could have used a damn receiver to do that.
Yeah. There was another guy yesterday who had 4 punts, 56.5 average. Now one he had a boomer, a 71.
Oh, he probably was a free agent.
Did he kick it in the dome?
He was a free agent.
He did not kick it in the dome. 54.3 net.
Mm-hmm.
Had touchback.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Pat O'Donnell.
His name was Corliss Waitman, who was in camp with the Bears and looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
And if you look at their overall season, they're deadly identical.
Yeah.
So Torrey's a good player. Torrey's a punter in this NFL. There's no doubt about it. Bears had this dude.
It's just the value.
No, but
I don't have a problem with Torrey Taylor at all.
I mean,
Poles knew he wanted him. Look, Poles knew he wanted. He knew what he wanted, and he went and got it. Okay? He knew he wanted his quarterback, he wanted his receiver, and he wanted a punter.
He got him.
He sure did.
Nah, I agree with you that Corliss Waitman had a great camp all summer, but we had just spent the 4th. He didn't have a chance in hell to make it.
He didn't, but they identified a dude.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying, but once you spent the 4th round pick on him, Corliss Waitman was just. The whole
point was like, hey,
I don't know about that.
You spent a 4th round pick on a punter. You
he has to make the team.
That looks better than your punter you drafted.
The underlining point is that
you spent a 4th rounder on him.
And also Torrey had a great summer too. Like it's not like he was up here and Torrey was down here.
Seattle isn't Seattle because they went and got Flynn, signed him on a free agent deal,
and then they had Aaron Rodgers.
Wilson. Then they picked Russell Wilson, and they got rid of Flynn. They signed him. Big money, and got rid of him because this guy's better. In my opinion, the best guy always plays, period. I don't care what the name on the back of the jersey is. I don't care how much money you make. The best guy should play.
Nah, because they put Cedric Benson in front of Thomas Jones.
I wouldn't have drafted him, but when you
put Cedric Benson in front of Thomas Jones and then traded him away. They moved him
together.
To be clear,
come on now. Come on, AB. You listen.
We can look at the stats. We can look up who carried the ball.
There were games where Ced B started, but they gave Ced.
Okay.
He was stealing reps from Thomas Jones.
Let's not act like.
And then they got rid of him.
TJ was a dude. TJ wasn't a home run hitter.
He wasn't all world.
No. I'm talking about take 180.
Yeah.
And Ced B was,
but Ced could run.
Do you think Ced B was a home run hitter?
Faster.
He was not that fast. Ced B.
I don't think either one of them could go 80.
Thank you. None of them they weren't that.
Can we please look up the longest. Like
I got you.
They're 40, you can look up their 40 times. Which one ran
40 times? Let's do that.
Also, we talk about punting though. Like, and we talked about this in the pre-show meeting.
This is always
there's context to this though. Like, so you talk about his net. The Bears dominated time of possession yesterday. That is to say that they moved the ball down the field. And so if we punt from the plus 40 or the plus 45, I can't get a 40-yard net. I can't. I literally can't do it.
I'm not talking about anything other than roster management. And the fact of the matter is the roster doesn't have enough talent on it. And they only had 4 picks, and they took a punter when they had one in camp that's having just as good of a season. It's just it's an underlining to me that the GM needs to be better, as well as the head coach, who's getting a ton of 98% of the flack right now in the city. Which is, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but you have a roster that doesn't have enough talent up front on either side of the ball. That's a major problem. So it was a luxury pick that they didn't.
Time to do this.
This is year 3.
No. Hold on. You're telling me 3 years ago the roster isn't better?
Year 1 was bust down.
Yeah,
total tear down.
Completely. And he had very little draft capital, and he still got 2 guys that's starting today. And Brisker was just talking about, and they got Gordon.
Yeah.
In a draft that he had 4 picks?
Yeah.
So, and then the talent on this roster is way better than it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, but AB, you're with me. You would not have drafted a punter in the fourth round.
See, but you got to stay there though. You can't just say, AB, you with me, and now we on 94. All right, we going now. You gonna make a hard right. I'm gonna stay on 94 now. You can't just get off on Skokie. Okay. Like if you get off, I can't do it.
Well, okay, but
I can't.
You don't want to answer the doggone question, Carm.
Yeah,
that was a great leading question. It was leading to the next one. That was great.
No,
he would definitely not draft a punter.
You wouldn't have done it.
He would not
drafting a punter.
No doubt.
No.
I know that.
No. The best punter in the league right now was a 7th round pick. The best one in the league right now was a 7th round pick. I'm not spending a 4th round pick on a guy that's playing. I'm sorry. Yesterday, he played 2 plays. No, I'm not doing that.
That's where you're different.
Not doing it.
That's where you guys different. You guys are Carman.
Now I think I'm not finna get on. I'm not with Carm on. Well, the GM got he got to be held accountable. He made 1. That's 1 bad. Like it's fine. It's good.
Velus Jones Jr. a good pick?
No, he wasn't. No.
We can. Was Chase Claypool a good trade?
It was not, but he got rid of him.
Nate Davis?
Was Nate Davis?
Nate Davis was not, but he got rid of him.
Yeah.
Like
I'm a polls guy too.
A couple days ago.
I'm a polls guy too.
I'm a polls guy.
I'm just trying to be fair.
You're right, but you got to take the bad with the good.
Yeah. What's your good about polls? Tell me, because you ain't saying nothing good about polls. Go ahead. Let me hear something.
I don't have the floor. Can
we please put that on him? Please get it. God, dog, what's your good?
No, sir.
There you go. There's your 1 shot.
Yeah, I got my 1 shot, and you can go on to the 2 now.
We can go back to the presser. What grade did the coaching staff get yesterday, Professor?
I already know this one.
Well, Coach got a D-, and I'll tell you the one saving grace for coaching was Thomas Brown. And what I saw offensively was better than I've seen in weeks. So that was the one saving grace, but you can't save it all. And, listen, defense wasn't horrible. They weren't horrible. And again, if defense doesn't give the team a chance, there's no chance at the end of games.
2 red zone stops to take away.
Absolutely huge. Right. So there's some legitimacy there.
They gotta go win it. We gotta stop. We gotta push the defense to a higher level.
Agreed.
True. Because this is how you're gonna win. Don't sit up. You keep saying the same thing. It's not you, but like we keep doing the same thing, thinking the offense is gonna go out and score 30 points. Well, they're not. That's not what they're doing. So defense, you need to raise your level of play. Special teams, you have to raise your level of play because the offense is giving us what they're giving us. Yeah. This is what it is.
Yeah.
So now, if you have the talent, which they do on defense, to raise that, to raise their level of play, they have to do that. You cannot be okay with giving up 20 points.
I feel like
you gotta be able to get the takeaways.
I feel like coming into the season, we all knew that the defense would be the strong unit on this team, right? And so they had an opportunity to do that yesterday. Bears go down, take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have the biggest drive of y'all season defensively right in front of you to keep the Packers from driving the length of the field for a touchdown.
Yes.
You got your strongest unit on the field.
Yes.
You can't let them score there, right? So it's cool to put it back on the offense, then ultimately end up putting it on special teams. But your best unit had the first chance to shut 100%. This game down.
And
they had the first chance to shut this game down, and they let them go the length of the field Our best player, love Jalen Johnson, gets beat, slips, falls down in one-on-one coverage, loses his mind a little bit and done pop right back up to go get him.
Sprint to go get him.
He kind of thought he was like, I don't know what he was thinking. I really don't know. But he lay on the ground for a little bit longer.
It was a loaf.
He was like, let me get up and go. Yeah. And
it was a hot stove loaf and an effort loaf.
Yeah, no, that's on Jalen. That's just ain't no way to hide him from that, protect him from that. He our best player, but he did that. And then y'all let him go down and finish the drive off with a couple QB runs and then the sneak. Like the defense had the first chance to win this game and they didn't.
Yep, we saw it, and they had a chance, and they did this earlier in the game where they gave up a big pass, a deep pass, and then they stopped them. Right? You don't have to give up a touchdown, even after the Jalen Johnson, even after he gives up that big play. You don't have to give up a touchdown.
And they've been really good in the red zone all year long. They had 2 stops in the red zone yesterday.
Yep. You can do it. They have to get a touchdown. So stop them. Don't let them in the end zone. Right. And it was that. I'm with you there. I need the strongest part of our team to show
bring it home.
Yeah, okay. It's you know what? Because we beat up on our defense every week. We beat up on our defense because of the standard. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I get it.
That's y'all fault.
Absolutely. No, you're right. There's a standard. They've shown a standard. You got to hold them to that standard. I get that. But we don't beat this offense up enough. All right?
Really?
We don't. No, we don't. We don't. Because you know what? Listen, they need to score more doggone points.
That's facts.
Help. That's what I'm saying. Help. Help do your part. All right? Because listen, we always talk about, okay, well, we're developing, we're getting there. You know what I mean? Listen, our defense got to do better because our offense isn't good enough. You know what I mean? Our offense isn't good enough. We do this each week. So offensively, help more. Do more. Put more field goals in the doggone in between the uprights. Get your butts into the end zone. Help this team more than you have helped over this season. Doggone it. You went 3 weeks where you didn't score a doggone touchdown. So help more.
They had an opportunity to score back-to-back touchdowns in the half, start of the half.
We beat our defense up.
Always do.
We beat our defense up.
The offense was asked, after the defense gives up that touchdown, you asked the offense, put us in position to score. They did.
They did.
They
started out bad. Ooh, back-to-back sacks. I thought, I'm like, it's over.
No, for sure. And they go for it on fourth down. You got two really good throws by Caleb. Now you make a throw to, I want to say it was Keenan Allen.
On the left?
Yep, on the left side of the field. You put yourself in position to win that football game. You want him to go down and score a touchdown? That'd be great. But he did what he's supposed to do. We're up by 1. I mean, we're down by 1 point. We need to be a field goal.
You just said it. Did you want him to go down and score a touchdown? Absolutely. All right. Listen, we haven't said Caleb had a good game in weeks. So good, he had a good game. But we need points.
When's the last time we said the offensive line had a good game?
We need points.
Tell me that.
We need points.
When's the last time the offensive line had a field goal? You had a good game. You want the quarterback to have a good game, but the offensive line
he said the offense. I said the offense.
No. He said when the last time Caleb had a good game. That's what he said.
Well, I said that, but I talked about the offense, though. I did talk about the offense.
But you can't just say, well, when the last time Caleb had a good game, when the offensive line had a good game.
You specifically talked about Caleb.
If we can run the football.
Would you wanted him to score a touchdown, but he took him down to put him in position.
They did.
They
put him in position to win the game.
The offense needs to help. They need to do a little bit more. I'm not saying you got to be world beaters
so much.
You got to be world beaters, but shoot.
Changed so much.
What you mean?
They scored. They scored a touchdown on their last play of the game offensively against Washington. Other than that, they had 1 touchdown in that game. Then they come back. They score 9 in Arizona. They come to the crib and score 3 against New England. You talk about 3, 9, 7, 16 points. Other than the last play of the game in Washington in 3 weeks.
Well, what does that have? Hold on. What does the offense have to do with the defense playing defense?
This is what we're saying. This is what I'm saying.
Get off the field. That is not your job.
We're not talking about
play offense.
But we're not talking about the defense. Like we beat the defense up already. We talked about what they need to do.
Washington,
we're saying, if we're gonna beat the defense up, let's make sure that we address the offense too. All right,
because we address the offense all the time. All we do is talk about Caleb.
What you need to
do is talk about Caleb. We always address
offensively. We need more help. Doggone it.
Carm, get in here, man. Get in here. This guy.
Well, actually, I'm not going to help you right now because what I want to talk about is Caleb, and I want to talk about. I want to talk about because Lance, you just teed it up. You didn't give him an F. You gave him a D- because of Thomas Brown.
Correct.
And so I'm wondering from both of your expert opinions, Herb, you too, my man, is what you saw sustainable, build-onable? That look, 19 points, we all know that's not enough. But when defensive coordinators say, okay, this is what you're going to do now. Your tighter formations, your quick passes coming right out to DJ, running the ball more, Roschon getting 10 carries. I knew that was coming in because it was logical that you're not going to make DeAndre Swift your bell cow back. That was crazy. So you got to use both of them. But I'm wondering if from what you saw, can they build on it? I'm not even saying it. I'm just asking the question for the record. Can they build on it? And can we get to a point here where the offense really takes off? 23 completions is the most he's had in any game this season. Now, he's done it a couple of times. His QB rating, Caleb played incredibly well, but there's got to be a higher level for this offense. I'm wondering if you guys think that they're headed. Can you see from where they started that it's just keep going up, or is this going to get figured out and we're going to go back to square zero like we did before?
I think they will be. I think the next defensive coordinator that they play, they'll try to take away some of this quick stuff. But then you have to adjust. And you have to continue to adjust. But it's going to come down to, if they're jumping everything short, it's going to come down to the offensive line blocking, so we got more time to get them down the field. Or you go max protection and you come up with plays that can get these guys open. Can you scheme them open? Because I'm not sure we have guys that can just beat guys. I'm not sure about that. Even some of the catches that we had yesterday, the corner or the linebacker is draped on the guy, and he's having to fit that ball into a very small window. I don't think that's sustainable. You have to scheme these guys open. Keenan Allen's not Keenan Allen 10 years ago. He's not that guy, even though he can't get separation. But he's just not the same guy.
What you have to understand is that we're not playing against any defensive backfield that's worried about a double move. So we're playing your first cut every time, and it's hard from an offensive standpoint because we can't threaten you with the double move because we don't have enough time. The ball has to come out within 4 seconds. So within 4 seconds, you get enough time to have one cut. Offensively, you have the one cut, and then you have to play it. So defensive backfield-wise, we're sitting on that, all right? As soon as you make a cut, and based off of your tendencies and what formations you're in, I know what routes you're going to be running, all right? As soon as I see that, I'm sitting on all that stuff. So what are you going to call? What are you going to call 5-step? What are you going to call 3-step? It's just you have to be able to run the ball. You have to. It is imperative to be able to run the ball and have success to create for anything else.
To me, I look at it and I see the scores of these games. And if the offense was averaging 22 points a game, they'd be 9-1 right now. 22. We ain't asking the world of you. We ain't asking you to go put 30 on the board. We ain't asking you to get 24. But 22 points would have won 9 of these games they played. They got to do a little better.
What is the defense giving up?
I don't know, but they've only given up more than 21 once. Arizona dropped 29.
No. How many points are the defense giving up a game? Or what's the average?
I'll give you the exact
average.
Because
I want to know if they meet the standard. The standard is 17.
17? What's the record then? That's a good question.
If they meet the standard,
I got you.
Then what's the record?
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got
With
you.
the offense being what the offense is.
I got you.
Right? So because you know what the offense is. You know what it is. Well, now, do we all agree that the defense isn't playing up to the standard?
18.7 is what they're giving up right now, which is 7.
But the offense ain't playing nowhere near. But I would like their.
And we lost by 1 yesterday. So we talked about 1 point.
And the coaches still don't know when to throw the doggone challenge flag.
Like if they were giving, you always you ain't take them glasses off because you be trying to be smart with them glasses on. You feeling yourself right now.
Hey, after the show every week, it take him at least 2 hours after the show every week to remember he's not a professor. He be out the street.
Seriously, like, he think you're a professor.
I walked him on a restaurant down the street last time. He didn't have his glasses on. He got his paper folded.
He got a briefcase.
Sir, you know you're a linebacker, right? Like I'm a professor at the University of Chicago.
Jeez, man.
So okay, but just to recap this whole point, do you think next week against a very good Minnesota Vikings defense, the offense goes forward, or we go right back where we were?
I think we see a lot of what we saw this week. I don't think you can't hold the ball. You can't, man. You got to run the ball. Yeah. If between Roschon and Swift, if they don't have 30 carries between both of them, I think you'll see this offense go backwards. Yeah, you have to be able to
Minnesota's giving up 17 a game, by the way. It's one of the best defenses in the league, and they also sack the quarterback.
Oh, 17 a game?
Yeah.
And they're the best defense in the league.
It's the context. It's the context all the time, right?
They got the
they're low, ain't it?
You guys remember? You remember that first game against Minnesota last year?
35 sacks too.
Correct. Look for something similar to that. I think look for something similar to that because that type of pressure, having 7-6 guys up
We
on
know
the line
what
of
Flores
scrimmage.
going to do.
Yeah, you know, right. He's going to make you think. He's going to make you think fast.
And to your previous
we don't
point
have them.
about DBs not worrying about double moves, those DBs just sit the sticks. And they first of all, whether we had a goal line or not, they know Flores sending 6, 7, and he's sending them from wild places. And so you ain't got time. And they got physical corners that's going to come up and try to get hands on you. It's going to have to be a really, really good game plan from Coach Brown to figure out how to just move the ball a little bit, how to, play ball control and see if you can get 18 points on the board.
You guys got to make some plays.
Yeah.
Like what you like to talk about this, the 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
You're going to have to rely on your guys to make plays against their guys.
Get them out of there.
Take some shots.
Give 'em some
because
shots,
you can't hold it. You
Correct.
can't hold it so he can run a sluggo. Is that a
Yeah, slant and go.
A slant and go. You can't hold it.
Nope.
Like you're going to have to get one move and throw it up, let Odunze go make a play.
That's what we're supposed to have, though. We're supposed to have 50-50 guys. We got Rome, we got Keenan, we got DJ, we got Cole.
With a team like this, you can take advantage of it because you're one-on-one. If he does catch it, that guy
Agreed.
fall. It's a touchdown.
Agreed.
Right? So now you got a chance.
Great
When they
opportunity
bring in
for Caleb.
6-7, you got to see it first. And then he has – so this is Caleb. So Caleb has to see the blitz coming, and he has to find the one-on-one so he's not throwing a 50-50 ball that the safety can get over to and pick it off, right? So if he can do that,
A lot of
and
film
find
this
that
week.
one-on-one, a lot of film.
A lot of film this week.
A lot of film.
We'll see.
And listen, if he's got 7 on the line of scrimmage, then if you catch them correctly, you may be wrong. All right, but if you catch him, one of these plays you're going to catch him because there's a tendency that defense has as well with them up on that line of scrimmage and trying to press that gap right now. Press that gap right now and close down on them. You know what I mean? Close down on them. You can create some space, and we can get a home run right now in the run.
35 sacks. When we used to go into games, the way people – and we had to – man, I hated doing it. But that retrace, like having to retrace on screen plays and draws, man, you have to let them know, put it on film that you will do it. So they have to – so something in their mind, it says it. If not, if you don't ever do it, man, I'm 100 miles and I'm 88 out the gate. Let's ride. I'm going to get him.
I haven't seen much automatics either, right? I think they did it once. What I mean by that is you look up and you got a packed box, but you got one-on-one on the outside with off
we
coverage.
know where they're going.
Up and out right now.
Yeah.
Like right now. If it's to Rome, if it's to DJ, we up and we out right now. I only seen one automatic like that, and they beat it. They picked up a third down or something like that to DJ, and he broke the tackle. But like some more of those against a team like this, when they show those exotic looks, or you go through your cadence properly and you catch that nickel start to cheat, right now.
Like giving him the freedom that if you do see cover 3 and you see that corner bailing, man, take them 6 yards.
Let's go.
Take that 6-yard out route. He make a guy miss. We had 12 yards.
Or even if they have 7 up on the line of scrimmage, or even 6 up on the line of scrimmage, just knowing they have to turn the run to get to that spot, to get to the spot. Manipulate the spot.
Facts.
Manipulate the
Throw 'em
spot
open.
that they're running to. You know what I mean? You can get the ball out quickly, but you got to know how to do it and how to manipulate the defense.
See, we coming up with a way we can win this game. Come on now.
I mean, listen, AB, listen. And listen, we can put together a game plan that can win.
I think we could.
We're just not going to get paid for no $15 an hour. You know what I mean? That's gonna do it. That's all.
I ain't doing it for 15. No. I ain't doing it for 15. Man.
So, okay. I want to get to the positives from yesterday. I love my little moments where I reset the whole thing. His name is Rome Odunze.
Yeah,
all right.
man.
It was 3rd and 19. Game was over. Bears don't. You guys were talking about yesterday. Bears are going to bear. This was the anti-bear.
Yeah.
So
Bears don't convert that.
Bears never
Yeah.
convert that. That ball. It's somebody's
right.
getting sacked and then the stadium is emptying and everyone's at their car before the final horn. They picked it up yesterday, and he went to him on 3rd down, and then he went to him on 4th down for 21. And then afterwards, Caleb is talking about, that's my guy. I'm going to my guy. And
That's probably why DJ pissed off all the time.
well,
Shoot.
maybe he is, but there's something to be said for the character and the talent they brought in here with Rome, and that bond. To me, like this, look, I've always looked at the season. I think like a lot of people, it's about the QB. Can he play? Can he not play? Let's get good so we can do something next year and actually be a legitimate dude. The fact that these two have the level of chemistry both on and off the field that you're seeing in big moments, to me, that's like the best development of the year right now. And to do it in that moment, that's big time.
It is.
It's great to see that in that moment. I have yet to see any consistency there. So as exciting as it is to see, listen, I love watching Odell Beckham do the one-hand catch. You know,
you want to see consistency in that?
I wanted to see consistent. I want to see consistent play.
You want to see consistent?
I want
three-finger catches.
But when Odell did the one-handed catch,
we thought he was a Hall of Famer.
We thought he was a Hall of Famer right then and there. But the guy can't stay on the field for an complete season. You know what I mean? That wasn't. You know, you can't build legacy if you're not on the field doing it consistently. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's great to see that. Now let's see it again. Do it again.
No, please don't
do it again.
Please don't do it again. I don't want you in 4th and 12. Please don't do it again. I want you to go score a touchdown. Do it on third down.
But make game-winning plays, though. Now, I thought it was good to see. Like the scramble, the third down, 17 yards, 16 yards, whatever it was, that was cool. I liked that a lot. He climbed. He got to his right. He saw Rome. Rome sat down perfectly for him. Cool. But the back shoulder was beautiful. Yeah, that was art. Mm-hmm. And to Carman's point and him saying that's my guy, I don't think his eyes went nowhere else. He dropped back. His eyes went there. He saw it. Mm-hmm. He pulled the trigger with confidence, threw it to the right spot. Mm-hmm. Rome made the adjustment, got the catch. I love the fact that the whole defense, even though they had just gave up the crib on the touchdown, right? Yep. They all on the sideline act like, let's see if these kids can get it done. And when he caught the ball, he was right in front of them. It was Kyler and Byron and all of them. They all right there, charged up. Because you feel like, now we won the game. But I do think that is something worthy of highlights.
So I was thinking about this in regards to the head coach too. Like that play, let's just say for whatever, Caleb overthrows it, or whatever, just good coverage, gets knocked down. Right now, people would be saying, how could you on 4th and 3 throw a 21-yard out route or whatever, back shoulder, versus just something easy across
the right play.
That's what I'm saying. You're hamstringing your players. They playing with gumption, and you coaching without it, right?
Yeah.
You would like if Caleb was to play that 4th down the way Flus has played some of these late game situations, he probably would have been looking for a 3-yard check down or a 2-yard check down. We've seen that in Chicago before. We've seen 4th and 7, 4 or 5-yard pass. Like, we've seen that. So he's playing with a level of gumption that said, man, I got my guy. I'm putting this thing down the field, even though it's 4th and 3. Coach needs to match that energy, man.
Yeah, Lance, you underlined something you were giving Caleb a little love yesterday about that he's trying to win. You were saying you win the down.
Win the down.
Like, man, he's a toughness going on here that you like.
I do, yeah. I do believe he's a kid that looks like, hey, when he gets under center or he gets to take a snap, my goal is to win the down. You know what I mean? And I think that's more important right now, I think, in his development than probably anything else, because everything is going to be nitpicked, you know, which is rightfully so. You're the number 1 pick. You know, you were the number 1 pick in the draft. But I do see plenty of fight in him. And that takes away all the technical stuff here and there. I see plenty of fight, and I haven't seen him look like he gave up in any game that he's played this year.
In the third down. Go ahead, Amy. Go ahead.
I'm proud of you, man.
What are you proud of?
I'm proud of you. Your development on Caleb, it's good to see. Strap in. It's about to be good.
I don't want him to not succeed. Like but I'm honest about my assessment. That's all. I just want to be honest about my assessment.
You're a little biased. You're a little hurt.
You're the biased one. You're the one that tears up every time we give an evaluation of honest evaluation.
Tattoo off your arm yet?
It was a tramp stamp. It was from my lower back, and it's gone now. It actually says he's gone now.
Hey, yo, man.
Oh my gosh.
That's a big moment on the show right there. I mean, he gave Caleb some love.
He did.
Called him tough. And the tramp stamps out the door. This is uncomfortable, but brilliant all at the same time. Hey, on that note, as we get to the top of the hour, just a shout out to everybody who came out to the tailgate yesterday. I got a whole list of people that I'll get in tomorrow. Really enjoyed the conversation, but it's a great opportunity to become a diehard at all times here. ALLCHGO.com. You get a free T-shirt the second you do it. Our merchandise is unbelievable. You get discounts on all our events. You get discounts on our tailgates, which is also an event. I'm repeating myself. You also get access to our Discord. Last night I was driving home and I took the train home last night, and my 40-minute ride I just spent there on Discord. Like I just started with a hi, how are you guys? And then we could just hang out. And just all chat about what was going on with or what happened yesterday, because we needed each other last night. So it was good to be with everybody. I mean, we did. We the conversation went everywhere. I even at the end of it, I put out my bowl of soup as to what I had some good cauliflower. Jackie hooked it up last night, so I felt all warm inside at the end of the day. And now we're back ready to go.
No.
So become a diehard.
He said he had cauliflower soup.
He said he enjoyed it, man. He said he felt warm inside and he was good with it. I didn't say I wanted it, but he was good with it.
I almost threw up. Like you talking about you good with it.
Right.
Cauliflower soup.
It doesn't always.
It's actually not bad. It's cauliflower soup.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I won't ever find out. I ain't eating no damn cauliflower.
What kind of soup you have?
Soup.
What kind of soup you? What are you? The French onion? What do we need over here?
No,
potato soup.
You can get like
potato soup.
What about like buffalo cauliflower, barbecue cauliflower? They be fried, like they fried up and put the sauce on it. Oh, come on, man.
No, from where? Where you getting that from?
I get it from a spot called Majani on the south side over east, and they do it. They make it amazing.
Holla at your boy. Look, I need to know where it's at.
I'll take you over there.
Come on, let's ride. Shoot.
He might eat hog head soup. That's what he gonna eat. Hog head soup. Right?
He always messing with me about
he down there in the deep.
You ain't never had hog head soup?
No, I never had hog head soup.
You've heard of them?
Nah, I done heard of some raccoon. Have you eaten a raccoon before?
I ain't never had no coon now.
You never had no coon?
No.
Coon, squirrel.
All this stuff out here to eat, y'all want to eat raccoon. All this stuff out here to eat, y'all want to eat a raccoon.
How's raccoon? What do we do?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Tastes like chicken.
I was gonna say we got chicken going on. Okay. All right.
Chicken the nastiest animal in the world, and everybody eat it. It's fine. I say raccoon, everybody go crazy.
There's nasty.
But that's my thing. We talk about eating different stuff. People always say the same thing. It tastes like chicken. Well, if it tastes like chicken, I'll just have the chicken. Just give me the wings. Like, it's cool, bro.
True. That makes sense.
That's amazing. All right.
I won't eat cauliflower. I'm arguing about eating cauliflower, but I'm gonna eat
right. But you got the raccoon, no problem.
Y'all needed this, by the way. We needed this discussion on this day after whatever just happened yesterday.
Chicken with a side of rabies.
All right. So here, the headline today, and I'm gonna make my case in a separate video that we're gonna do, but I want to ask you guys. From what you saw from Thomas Brown yesterday, we were just talking about, seeing him up in the booth, giving the high five. Sean McVay made this guy an associate head coach, elevated him quickly. Matt Eberflus in deep trouble as far as his future with the Chicago Bears. Would you right now make that change and make Thomas Brown all the way up to your head coach at this particular moment? With everything that's going on and trying to set yourself up for next year?
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't.
I would keep him in consideration after the termination. I wouldn't do that now because the biggest part of his evaluation is seeing what he can do with Caleb for these last 8 games.
Yes.
And I don't need him distracted. I don't need him thinking about nothing else. Work with Shorty. If y'all can get this thing going, then we'll consider you in that process. But I don't want to do anything to detract from what your main focus should be right now. And that's this offense, that's Caleb. Because if I get you doing other things, I can't even make a full, accurate assessment on whether or not you're doing the right thing with Caleb, right? I don't want to get you distracted. Go talk about offense and special teams and challenges. And just work on this right here. If you do that well for 8 weeks, we'll see.
No. If you get rid of Eberflus, everybody has to go. Everybody.
That's what's going to happen.
Everybody has to go. There's no consideration for because the new coach gonna want his people.
What if you get your boy rolling though?
Are you gonna make him the head coach? Are you gonna make him the OC? You gonna handcuff a new head coach saying this is your OC?
You might make him the head coach. Possibly.
That's a tough one, man. But I know if you fire Eberflus, everybody got to go. Everybody got to go. We got to redo this thing because I wouldn't want as a head coach coming in, I'm not going to want somebody to be handcuffed
that's true.
by anybody that's already here. So, like we've seen over and over and over here, we've seen the Bears get a general manager, but then decide, oh, you know what? We think we should put you with Fox because he's a little older, he's a little more no, let him do his job. Like you're not allowing him to do his job. And the first pick that I think that was Ryan Pace. So when Pace was here, the first pick I think he actually made was a Trubisky pick.
But so I
think that was the first one because it had nothing to do with Fox.
No.
And Fox knew he was gone. Once that pick was made, he knew he was gone. It was over.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm hearing you right. Are you saying that you would not make a head coaching change until the end of the season, like the Bears have always done? Is that your position?
Yeah, somebody has to coach.
Right.
So yeah, like if you do that, you're not finna get. I'm with Herb on this one. Like you have to get if you want him to coach Caleb up and get a really good assessment on how he's coaching.
Can we get some sound bites on him on that one?
On anything else.
He for sure has been like, no, he need to be fired right now. All right, he changes every week. He changes his decision every week.
Do you want Eberflus to coach the rest of the year?
Somebody got to coach.
Yeah, but you said you need to fire him right now.
Coach Hightower can take over as interim. Special teams coordinator can take over as interim. And I say special teams coordinator because I think they're the only coach on the staff that deals with the full entirety of the roster. They know the defensive players, offensive players, backups. I like Coach Hightower. If you're going to go interim, I'm not saying they should or shouldn't, but if you're going to go interim, I would go with Hightower, and I would still leave Thomas Brown alone to deal with the offensive game.
Well, hold on. Let me try to nail you down like I just tried to nail him down. Are you saying that you wouldn't make a change right now, Herb?
I'm saying I don't care. To be honest with you, I don't think it matters going forward. You can fire him now, you can not, but I don't think it matters going forward. I think the only thing that left that matters is if Thomas Brown can unlock something in Caleb that looks sustainable. Because you're talking about half a season. We're not talking about a 3-4 week run. We're talking about half a season. So if he go half a season and they end up these back 8 games, they average 24, 25, he looked like this, quarterback rating like that, it's hard for me to tell that dude to get out of this building.
What are we talking about? We're talking about this past week?
I'm saying.
Are we talking about what are we talking about?
I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying why are we talking about Thomas Brown after this past week?
Because here's the way I'm dialing it up. If you know that you're moving on from Matt Eberflus, right? Ideally, you wouldn't want your rookie quarterback, your number 1 overall pick, to be working with a third offensive coordinator in his second season.
6 months.
That's crazy. So here's a guy who looks like he has some leadership talent, who was a head coaching candidate, and he's showing that he's got an offense that, at least preliminary, which is why I was asking the question earlier today.
Pernell McPhee looked like he had leadership talent.
Yeah, let's slow down a little bit with that now. Let's slow down.
Pernell McPhee looked like he had leadership talent.
I do want to see. I want to see him do it back.
But right,
some weeks together.
This is right. You can't make a decision on Thomas Brown after 1 week.
Yeah. Hell, Waldron, they look great against the Jaguars with Waldron.
How's this? Let me play it out then.
They look great.
Let's say the offense plays well. You lose the Vikings, lose the Lions. All right, now you're at Thanksgiving. Now you got 5 games left.
Mm-hmm.
You run in it.
We good?
Yeah, you have a great meal.
Okay, here we go.
We crushed Thanksgiving. We had everything.
Cauliflower everywhere.
Listen,
I'm cauliflower everywhere. Cauliflower everywhere. Let's go.
Raisins in the potato salad.
Hey,
green bean.
Hit the like button for cauliflower soup or broccoli cheddar. Either way, hit that like button.
I'm with you on the idea. If you want to say, okay, hypothetically, whatever, want to cut the cord on Flus right now. I'm not against that. Whatever. All I'm saying is, even if they did it today, I wouldn't make Thomas Brown the head coach.
Okay.
Right? Let Hightower do it and let Thomas Brown stay where he's at. So I'm cool with that because just the 8 weeks of Thomas Brown. Now I do think we need more than 1 week for sure.
Yes.
But that's why I wouldn't bother him with nothing else. I would make Hightower the interim and let everything else stay as it is.
If you do that, you got Hightower at the head coach. You got a guy in Coach Washington. Now he calling defensive plays.
Yeah.
And you got Coach Brown. We got a lot of newness, boy.
You got the blackest staff in the league.
We do have the blackest staff in the well, I don't know. So Baltimore, boy. Everything outside of Harbaugh. Shit. They got all black coaches over there, boy. Yeah.
Thomas Brown had me at 1 high five. That 1 high five in the booth right before halftime. Good.
Let's effing go.
Let's go. Mm-hmm. You're my head coach right now. That was all I needed. Honestly. Yeah.
I like the energy it brings, man. I like it. I like it. I just want to see it. All right, let's go. Let's build on it. Don't tell me that this team right here is unbeatable. No. Let's figure out a way how we can attack the Vikings. That's what I want to know. Yeah. I want to see that. So
Dave Tobe is still out there.
Okay.
He deserves a shot, man.
Dave Tobe.
Hey, we got
that be something.
Woo!
We got 5 minutes left in this fine program. So we got some super chats there, Steven. Let's give the people some love here. A little extra love. Marky Mark.
No shot. Hell no, y'all mess with me about about my legs being out, man.
The thigh meats.
Listen,
Yes.
Well, you're going,
Yes.
pants today.
Meaty guy.
but you're going down to Florida, right? This week? No,
4.
I don't know. Just get back. I just get you in the sun, get some shorts.
Atlanta? You think I need sun? Why y'all laughing? Why everybody went straight to laughing?
You
think I need sun?
You can use a tan. You can use a
I'm
tan.
not talking about.
That'd be
I'm not
the last thing you need
What?
is
Hey,
sunshine.
everybody needs sun.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody needs sun.
Turn the lights off and let's see if we still see AB in that black shirt.
Let's not do that.
I feel
Definitely melanated.
all I was trying to get to is that you back in Atlanta, Florida, whatever. My bad. Whatever. I just lost my mind. But you're back in Atlanta in your fine summer, living your dream. The weather's good. Why can't you send a picture of you in the shorts for Marky Mark? That's all I'm saying.
No. I ain't sending no pics, Marky Mark. No.
Get your OnlyFans popping. Let's go.
Yeah.
BOF. Let's go.
Meaty thighs in the shade. Yes.
Next super chat.
Next super chat.
Cardiac cat. Yeah, cardiac cat.
499 Broncos in Washington, new head coach with rookie quarterbacks. Both have a chance at rookie MVPs. Bears lame duck head coach. Media talking about what's wrong in Chicago. Hey, listen, you're not wrong there. There's anyone want to push
Man,
back?
Washington offense looked like trash last game. Did y'all not watch it?
They have been turning. It's true. They've been going the wrong direction.
Come on.
What's
They look like trash.
What's their record?
Yeah, we'll see what their record is at the end of the season.
Yep.
They don't give out awards mid-season.
It's better.
They don't give out awards
I can
mid-season.
tell you what team is better than.
OG Goat, M
Yeah.
Doper, Blackhawks, by the way, coming up at the bottom of the hour. Stick tuned for that. 5 o'clock from OG Goat, excuse me. At this point, I watch the Bears to see how we lose these games because I have negative faith in this head coach. Bears just being the Bears. You guys did that yesterday. Bears going to bear. That was painful.
Man,
coming
very
from Bears.
painful.
That's unfortunate.
Sad place to be in.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Hey, just as long as you keep watching the show, do what you do. Sudbury Bob, $20. Hot take, but the best move at this point in the season is to let Flus finish. Easy to see Bears overvaluing interim wins. Another Antonio Pierce situation. The best move is let the season play out and get a top candidate later. I think that's the odds-on favorite. Although everyone has,
Coach that fits, man.
there's the Kevin Warren factor out there that maybe things are different, and we'll see. Not to this point. Which, by the way, I wonder if Kevin Warren is paying attention to the news coming out of Northwestern with their sweet $850 million stadium that they got done somehow, and the Bears are still somewhere else. What's up?
This Daniel.
Yeah, buddy.
I appreciate you sending that in.
We'll get to that in a second.
Right.
Or we can do it now. Daniel Cole, Alex, you're one of my favorite Bears, but I enjoyed beating you in high school, and I played for MCHS Cowboy Nation, Madison County.
Because listen, Madison, we ain't beat them at shit. We ain't beat them in basketball, football, baseball, nothing. They had 2 twin. I don't know if he one of them. They had 2 twin white boys on the basketball team. Yeah. You can't do nothing with them. One over right hand and one over left hand. You can't do nothing with them. I'm putting up 30. Yeah. That ain't enough. We getting beat 80-37.
You scored 30 in high school?
Come on, cuz.
Really?
Man.
Okay.
Damn,
I think you're only 39. That's
I hit 45 in 8th grade.
You scored 30 and your team scored 37?
No, that was a joke, obviously. But
No, you did. That's funny.
We got a minute and a half to get through these.
We never beat them. We never did.
Okay. Now I want to see you on the hoop court.
Rapid fire.
Buddy Dornbrock, buddy, appreciate you. $20. Like I said to Braggs and Chubbs last night. That's an interesting hang right there. Being a Bears fan is like dating an abusive boyfriend. Only if I love him more will he change, but I can't leave him because I have my CDs in his truck. Okay, now we're getting a real uncomfortable area. Thank you, buddy. Arctic, $5. I don't want Flus, but does firing him set Caleb back in the same cycle as Bears quarterbacks, or is Caleb Bears strong enough to make Flus look good next year? Arctic is just nauseating that we're having that conversation, which is why they should have reset it, but they didn't. They keep on making the same mistake over and over again, which puts Ryan Poles in a real awkward spot here. Fun with the Browns, $4.99. If my man doesn't defend me like Alex defends Caleb, I don't want him.
That is great.
New tramp stamp.
Fun with Browns, man. You are awesome.
That's hilarious.
You are awesome. That's real.
Please do not give my wife more
That
ammunition.
is great.
Please don't give her more ammunition. Why? Stop.
Hey, Hey,
it's the Browns.
Hey, every time he come on this podcast, he got to prove his love to Caleb Williams.
That's hilarious.
Wow, that is awful.
No, that's
hilarious.
hilarious.
That is awful. Why are you doing this to me?
And wrapping it up, our guy Gregory
She's
P.
funny
Allen
for
Braggs in the stands. Dick Carm just asked for picks. I did, Gregory. I absolutely did.
What is it?
You too, buddy. Let's get a pic of you in your above ground pool.
I hopped into spaces with Braggs last night under my burner account. Just started talking crazy.
You don't want to do that. Hey, we got to get out of here. Thanks to Lance. Thanks to AB. Thanks to you, Herb. Thanks to Steven producing. Appreciate everybody watching.
Appreciate y'all.
Braggs After Dark tonight, and of course we're back here tomorrow at 1:00.
Yep.
Bear down, everybody.
Bear down.
Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.